Fabric, overdyed floss. This is the journey of an avid cross-stitcher. Her lifetime mission, to stitch beautiful designs, to seek peace and tranquility with needle and thread, and to boldly stitch her stash one stitch at a time. Stitcher's Log, Stardate 24108.290, also known as February the 8th, 2024. Hi everyone, my name's Haley and I'm back for my second floss tube. I'm going to go over what I have done over the past month. To understand, this is a story about my journey, and part of my cross-stitch journey is my life. So to give you a little bit of what happened the past month, my first video I recorded right before I was supposed to go to the Bare Bones Stitching Styrons retreat hosted by Under the Sea Fabrics in San Antonio. I met up with my friends on the Thursday before the retreat. On Friday, first day of the retreat, had a great time, met people, reconnected. It was a wonderful stitching day. That was also the day that cold front was coming in. And in South Texas, we're in the midst of what we call cedar fever. The cedar pollen is very high. So the cedar was high. The hotel was situated in the midst of construction. There was construction on all sides of the hotel, and that cold front came in. So the cold front came in, and it was a crazy town wind. I mean, your hair was like blowing up here, and it was crazy when you were outside. And so my sinuses did not take kindly to all of the pollen and all of the dust that was being blown in. And I chalked it up to just, allergies and such. Long story short, by Sunday afternoon, it was apparent that I actually had a cold. I had a cold. So I packed my stuff up and I went home. And, was down with the cold for a little while, and then the cold turned into asthmatic bronchitis, which I am still currently battling with. So that did affect my stitching this past month. But all in all, it was a good month of cross stitch. So let's get to the cross stitch. Out of all the portions of the video I recorded, the one that didn't record was the one with the cross stitch. So here we go again, try number 2. Finishes. I'm going to talk about finishes first. I had 2 small finishes this past month since I last recorded. I finished 2 projects out of the Christmas Ornaments II booklet put out by JBW Designs. The first one is called Reindeer Heart. It's stitched in Schoolhouse Red by Gentle Arts. I'm using 32 count Belfast linen, colored white. So that was my first finish. I actually finished this at the retreat before I left. My second small finish out of that booklet was called Snow Globe. It's charted to be all in red and greens, and I made the base brown. So it's Schoolhouse Red, and the green is steamed broccoli, and then I used wagon wheel for the brown. What I find fun about the JBW projects is that you're stitching them and you're like, I don't have a clue what this motif is. But when it's done and you take a picture of it, hold it up to the camera, the motifs just, for some reason, just pop out. When you're stitching it, you can't actually see them. You have to actually take a beat, take a picture, and step back from it to see it. So those were my 2 small finishes from JBW. I can't show you the chart for this one because I've misplaced it. I have no idea where it is. I have searched and I have searched for the chart and I can't find it. But the project is called Hungarian Folk Art No. 4 by Glendon Place. And I did finish this at the retreat. And I took it and got it framed at O'Shaughnessy's here in San Antonio. And now I can put it up on my wall. I know everybody's like, oh, it's for Easter. Yeah, I keep my stuff up pretty much all year. I stitch it, I love it, I want to see it. So again, because I don't have the chart, it's Hungarian Folk Art No. 4 by Glendon Place. It was stitched on 28 count opalescent white, which is the called for. So you probably can't see all the pretty shiny of the fabric. And you can't really see the shiny of the beads and all that. But it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous project. Quite proud of it. And I did use the sulky threads when I stitched it. So here's my first big finish of the year. Pretty proud of that. That left me with 2 whips. I'm working on 2 challenges for the year. One is 365 days of cross stitch, and the other one is 100 days of stitching on a Haid. You only have to put 1 stitch in, which was great since I wasn't feeling very good with my cold. I would, right before I'd go to bed with my night-night juice, also known as NyQuil, I would just walk over, put in a stitch, and then go and pass out. But so my 2 whips that I currently have, the first one is put out by Unconventional XStitch, and it's called Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship. And here is my progress. When you guys saw it, I had just started on page 5, which is right over here. So I've been filling in that mountain. I do not like to go page by page when I stitch. So if a thread had some stitches to pick up on the next section underneath it or next to it, I went ahead and did that. I hit some colors that there were so many stitches, like a couple of hundred. I went ahead and took them and stitched into the page next to it and everything. This is being stitched on 28 count easy grid fabric, 2/2, and I really like it. It looks really good. I'm really liking the way that the mountains are coming together with the light blues and the grays and some purples. It's just gorgeous. Love it. The other whip that I have, I'm participating in the 2024 Haid Sal, and I chose the Merry Mushroom Village Picnic by Haid with that great big old red mushroom on it. Excuse me. And this is my progress. I have a personal goal of trying to do 100 stitches a day. I usually can meet that goal. I didn't whenever I had my cold, but all the other days I've been able to do it, and then some to catch up. So the mushroom, big, beautiful, and red. The colors so far have been like a red-orange. And now there's some other reds in there, and I have a feeling that when I get to those and start putting them in, it's going to bring out the red more out of those red oranges. But yeah, I was really surprised that it's like, this is orange, it's not red. But, trust the designer. They know what they're doing. And it'll end up being this big, beautiful red mushroom. My new start that I chose for this month is going to be a Just Nan. I'm a Just Nan junkie. I love Just Nan, especially those mice. Oh, I love those mice. The hedgehogs, and just saw a new bunny one put out today. Gonna have to get those. But I'm gonna do Owlvira's Frightful House. I haven't started it yet, and the main reason I haven't started it is because, well, it's a 3D design, which means I have to do some reading and figuring out how to do the placement on my fabric so I'm not wasteful. I'm not a huge fan of starting projects. I want to stop in the upper left corner, or I want to start in the middle, and I just want to go. But this is going to take some thought, and I have to sit down and read. Dogs have to be quiet, husband has to be gone, so I can figure out exactly where I need to stitch. But I haven't started it yet. I do plan on working on that this month. Give it a good 7 days for the month. My plans going forward, I'm going to continue on with the Heaven and Earth Merry Mushroom, with the Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship. Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship lives upstairs on my Millennium frame, floor frame, and so I go up there and I stitch. I don't do that every day. Some nights I go up there and stitch. Some nights I stay down here with my husband and watch TV. If I'm staying down here watching TV, I will work on a JBW project. So I'm going to work on those two for the next month. I'm going to start Owlvira's Frightful House. When March the 1st rolls around, I'm going to start a new project, which I think I'm going to be a mill hill. And when you get to the haul portion of the program, you will see why I'm choosing a mill hill as my new start. And then I'm going to go through my old whips, and I'm going to pick an old whip that I think I can get done quickly in the month of March. We'll see how that goes. So since it'll be March, going forward with 3 whips and 1 new start, that will give, I will have a little over 7 days. Yeah, 7 days. A little over 7 days to dedicate to each project. So we'll see how it goes, see what I get done, see if I get any finishes under my belt. We'll find out. But yeah, that was my stitching for this past month. All right, so now I'm going to start the haul portion of my floss tube here. I have some advice. Take a beat before you pause the video and go and buy something. Just take a beat. Think about it for a little while. If it's a gadget or something like that, let me use it and then get back to you and let you know how it worked out. Just take a beat before going out there and purchasing something. I know it's hard to resist FOMO, but you know, there's so much stuff out there for us to stitch and so many great tools out there. Just take a minute to make sure you're getting something that you'll use and really enjoy. All right, so with that being said, I have to put my old lady glasses on so I can read here. So I needed a project bag for my Merry Mushroom project, the Heaven and Earth project. So I went on Etsy and looked for a mushroom bag. This is put out by RagTagQuiltArt. And I think it's very pretty. It goes well with the project. And I'll show you the inside here. Yeah. It's a little small. I'm not going to be able to put my project in as it is in the Q-snap. I'll have to take it out, but that's okay. Um, it'll be a nice place for my project to live whenever I take it to retreats or other outings where I might be stitching. All right, so I told you to take a beat before you purchase something. I watch Pam and Steph, and I will say that probably on the third time that Steph showed this, I finally pulled the trigger and bought it. And one of the main reasons I bought it was because, you know, the chart is exclusive, and you know, sometimes those charts are made available for the public, sometimes they're not. So I went ahead and bought it, and I got it fully kitted. I think it only comes fully kitted. This is called Winter Moon by Plum Street Sampler. I'm not a huge fan of houses. They're okay. I know there are people out there who love houses. What I'm a fan of are bunnies. And that bunny there on top of there, yeah, he needs to be stitched. So as you can see from the sticker they put on the front of the package there, I'm doing it on 40 count salt brush. I will do it with one thread of floss. I have to tell you, they packaged it really great, because whenever I took it out, I was like, ooh, look at that. Look at those colors. Those colors are fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to stitch just because of the colors and the bunny. All right. The third thing that I bought this month, this is where, take a beat, let me give it a go, and I'll let you know next month on how it works. But I saw this on Flosstube, and I did not do what you guys did, what I just told you guys to do. I immediately paused the video and went and found it and bought it. These are frames that are put out by Wonderland Crafts. Actually on Etsy, their Etsy store is WonderStitchUA. They're based out of the Ukraine. And what they are, they have, if you look, they've got magnets around the side. So it's a frame, it'll come apart. And you're supposed to be able to put your perforated paper in there and you won't bend it. I know some people who, when they do perforated paper, they put them on stretcher bars. And this is so much quicker and so much cooler. But, you know, give it a go. Let me give it a go and see. You know, the thickness might be an issue. But, you know, let me give it a try. That's the reason I said my new start for March was going to be a mill hill, because I want to try this out. I don't know if I'll do this size, one of the big ones, or if I'll do one of the other sizes. You can buy the frames individually, or you can buy them as a pack of 4, and they come in 4 different sizes. Here, that's better. So that's the smaller size. And then they've got that size. And that size. And then the one I was showing you guys is the large one. Yeah. You know, if nothing else, even if they don't work well to hold in your hand to stitch with, they look kind of cool as a frame. Might just use it as a frame if I don't like it. But I have high hopes for this. But I will let you know next month how that goes. The last thing that I bought that was stitching related, if you're not familiar, there's a app called Needle Travel. So if you're going on a trip, you can go in there and put in what states you're going through and what fiber arts stories you're interested in. If you're interested in needlepoint or crochet, knitting, quilting, or cross stitch, you can put it in there and it'll give you stores. So you might want to take little side trips for wherever you're going. My friend and I Jana, we're going to be at StitchCon Weekend A. And we've decided we're going to drive. And we wanted to stop and check out the cross-stitch stores on the way. You know, for me, the app is great. But, you know, when it tells you where some of these towns are, I don't have a clue where they are. I don't live in the States. I'm not familiar enough. But they do sell a print copy. It's like $10, and it's called Needle Travel. So I'm old school. The cool thing about it is that let me find a smaller state. So here we go. It gives you a map, and in those little dots are stores and everything. And then after that, it goes through and it lists all the stores alphabetically, and gives you their address and all that stuff. So this is going to be better for me because I'm old school. I'd rather have a book. And we're going to plot out our shenanigans as we go to StitchCon Weekend A. And so that's all of my haul. Alrighty then, that's all I have for you today. I hope everybody has a good stitching month. I hope that the weather is great where you guys are at. We are currently here in the 70s, but it's expected that we'll have at least one more good cold front before we can say that the worst is over. So we'll see. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section below. I'm going to try to put links in the description box. It's still very new. I'm still getting used to the editing and, you know, filling out all the stuff for the video to post on YouTube. So if you like the video, please subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again. And I hope that this was a short, sweet little video that just give you a little taste. So till next time, talk to you later.